Hi, welcome to Just Common Sense. My name's Brian Harrison. So today we're going to Afghanistan, part 2 of this podcast and YouTube. Look, guys, I want to talk about it. This is going to be a short video. Look, we got a lot going on out there in Afghanistan. I'm going to have a segment play here in a minute. First of all, it's a failure. Biden is a complete failure. Kamala Harris is a complete failure. She's overseas during this crisis, not even out there on camera at all. How do we know what kind of president she would ever be? Never hear anything from her but just laughter and giggles. But anyway, I've said this the other night. Jerry and I were talking about this whole thing, this whole segment we had going the other night. A lot of people have looked at it. It is going like crazy on my podcast out there. So again, guys, just keep in mind, go to my website, www.just-commonsense.com. Again, www.just-commonsense.com, because that's what this is about. And apparently a lot of people don't have it out there. Anyway, I did see a lot of us saw Trump speak last night, did quite well. I got to say it. He's been right the whole time. Been right about everything. Oh, no, Orange Man, not right. Well, that's how they talk. Orange Man, not right. Yeah, you sound like a caveman. Listen, guys, I'm going to play a segment from Mark, it's me. I do this live, remember. Mark Levin, we're going to go ahead and play a segment from him. It's going to last for about 5-7 minutes, I believe. Listen to this, guys, and he is absolutely right. There is going to be a little bit of language on there. You know me and language on this, but that's fine. I'm going to play it. Let's listen to what he says, and I 100% agree with this guy. He is right on with everything he's talking about here. Hold on, and let's play it. And this is from the Hannity show, by the way.
Levin, I never imagined we would be seeing this in our lifetime. Americans caught behind enemy lines. We had all the time in the world to see this unfolding, and they did nothing. And they allowed it to happen. And now we are at the mercy of the Taliban, because I don't see any good military option, Mark Levin.
You know, if Nancy Pelosi thinks that Biden's done such a great job, I have a suggestion for her. Why doesn't she trade places with any woman in Afghanistan?
Bingo.
And let's see then if she thinks Biden has done such a great job. And where are all these women's rights groups and all the people that went after Kavanaugh? Where are they today? Notice how quiet they are. By the way, have you heard anything from Chuck Schumer? I haven't heard a damn thing from him. The vast majority of the Democrats are either praising Biden or they're not saying a thing. That's really quite outrageous. I have another question. Who's running this government? I mean, Joe Biden's at Camp David for most of the time. He doesn't take a single question, doesn't make himself available today. It was another huge embarrassment while he's trashing Republicans. Why doesn't he treat the Taliban the way he treats Republicans? That would be refreshing.
Yeah.
And where's the Vice President of the United States? We haven't seen her for a week. Who's running this damn government? The President? The Vice President? Nobody. And I think that's very important. And as far as General Austin and General Milley are concerned, you know, their departments are leaking to the New York Times. They told Biden this, and Milley told Biden, and Austin told Biden. Well, then resign. Well, resign. If you think what's going on is so horrible and you don't want any role in it, you've got a role in it for all history, for all military history. Austin and Milley are going to go down in history as disasters. What happened to those 489 generals, admirals, and national security advisors in both parties who said vote for Biden against Trump? They'll go down in history, too.
Yep,
Where's Mattis and Kelly today? I don't know. They're nowhere. Now, we're negotiating with the Taliban. What exactly are we negotiating with the Taliban? Well, the release of American citizens. And what are we prepared to give them? You see, there's really only two ways out of this, Sean Hannity, and that's this. We crush these bastards like the cockroaches they are for a few days, use our military might, expand that area around the airport, and tell them, you lay one finger on one hair on an American citizen, we will track you down for the rest of the time. Nobody believes Joe Biden has the stomach for that. So what's the other way? To pay him off. like he is the Iranians.
Yep.
He's paying off the Iranians. He's already gotten billions of dollars to the Iranians to negotiate and delay so they can get nuclear weapons. Well, the Iranians are now probably working with the Taliban, telling them this guy's a pushover. So they're negotiating with the Taliban. What are they negotiating? What are they giving the Taliban? I would love to know. And for you folks who say a 20-year war, Donald Trump left Afghanistan pretty much neutralized with 2,500 non-combatant personnel.
Right.
Our Air Force at that air base that the Soviets kindly built for us, intelligence services, and about 6,000 to 7,000 NATO forces. For an entire country, that was it. And they were pretty much neutralized, weren't they? We haven't been hit, and we weren't hit. And there hasn't been a single soldier killed in 18 months. Can't say the same about Chicago, where citizens are being killed daily.
Right.
Now,
Absolutely.
So this so-called 20-year war is now a 40-year war. Now the enemy's stronger than ever. They control more of Afghanistan than ever. They've got the best weapons on the face of the earth from us. You've got al-Qaeda on the rise. You got all these freak show terrorists. They're all going to be collecting in Afghanistan. Maybe they'll try and knock off Pakistan, because after all, Pakistan has nuclear weapons. That's an easier way to get them than to actually develop them. They're working with the Chinese communist enemy. They're working with fascistic Putin. Look what we've done here. We've thrown the whole world in turmoil. Our allies have to be scared to death. Ukraine, Taiwan, what do you think they're thinking today? And the prime minister of Israel, who shouldn't even be the prime minister of Israel, this doofus, Naftali Bennett, and now he's going to meet next week with Biden to talk about national security. This is the last time Israel should be talking about national security with the Biden administration. And what about the border? It was bad enough the border was wide open, people coming in illegally, perverts, drug pushers, MS-13, right. Then COVID-19. Our border's open more now than ever before. So the rise of the terrorists, working with the enemy states that we have to deal with, he should close that damn border, secure the border. It's the least they can do. And what does he do today? He uses pseudoscience to say children need to wear masks. He says he's telling the Department of Education to undermine Republican governors. He's attacking politically DeSantis and Abbott. This guy's a disaster. He should resign, and he won't. But it's about damn time the Republicans in the House and Representatives, use the I word, impeachment. They impeached Trump for nothing. Nothing. Look what Joe Biden has unleashed on the American people. In addition to defying a Supreme Court decision. Folks, he needs to be removed. And if we can't find Kamala Harris, remove her. And Nancy Pelosi, just go down the line. But we need to show the American people that there are some people in Washington who are very, very concerned about what's taking place at the head of our government. We have never in American history seen anything like this. That's it.
So, right on target. He was right on target, everything he said. Nancy Pelosi, all of them, got to go. They got to be impeached, every one of them. I'm just telling you. We see it right here. We see the failure and disgrace of what Biden is doing in their administration. I'll tell you what, crime's going up. We see it. We see it in cities. Look, I saw and I didn't put the video, I'm not putting the video out there, it was too graphic. New York City, guys at the ATM, shows it on camera. I saw it. I said this the other night. I was talking about this. Well, this guy comes in with a hatchet, mind you, not a gun. That's what they're saying up in New York. Get rid of guns. A hatchet. Guys at the ATM had no clue. Just doing his taking his money out. Guy comes up behind him and hits him in the calf with a hatchet. Guess what happens? The guy turns around at the ATM, holding his backpack up, defending himself. A backpack. How ridiculous is this? This is terrible for this guy. So this guy ends up taking this hatchet, continuing swinging at him. Guy loses his backpack. I'm going to go into description here. Guys on the ground, begging for his life. And this monster has no mercy whatsoever. hitting him with the hatchet in the head. You could see the blood and everything. Look, what is the governor and mayor doing about that in New York City? Nothing. Nothing. And this is going on across this country. So I'm going to somewhere else. In my own neighborhood. And I live just outside of Apex, we'll say that, in North Carolina. In my own neighborhood, all the Ring cameras, all the cameras from other sources caught this guy driving around here the other night, opening car doors, stealing stuff out of cars. We had alarms going off, everything else. Apparently, the police department, which I love them to death, they wave at me driving down the road. Most of them know me. And they're telling us that this guy has been out there for approximately 6 months doing this. This is what's going on in America. We're starting to see crimes. I see shootings here in Raleigh going on right now. I've never seen things like this before. Well, we got a Democrat mayor here too, so she's weak. And our own governor I'm not a fan of. But that being said, guys, definitely go to my website, www.just-commonsense.com. Again, www.just-commonsense.com. Please email me. Let's do the right thing. I was very excited to see Trump last night. Did a great job. Hasn't announced if he's coming back. Sure he is. I'm sure I would love to see him, and I would love to see the governor of Florida as his vice president. That would be awesome. Let's get the House and let's get the Senate in 2022. That's the way we can fight this whole thing and get rid of them all and just start all over. Let's just start all over and take the Senate and the House, and then we'll take the presidency back, and let's get things cleaned up the way they should be. Guys, take care. And as always, I say it on every show. You know this. Thank you for our law enforcement. Thank you for our first responders, our military. Thank you, especially what's going on right now down in Afghanistan. Thank you for our truck drivers, our farmers. Guys, we know you're going through a lot right now as well. Thank you for everything you do. And for those of you who are out there working really hard, collecting a paycheck, thanks for everything you do. God bless you. God bless America, and have a great, great day. Take care.